All right, welcome back to another episode of the Dark Dungeon of Pop Culture, the Jabba's Dungeon podcast with, as always, Chad, Avery, Tyler, and myself, Brandon. Boys, just kind of shooting the shit this episode. So if you're looking for any kind of specific sort of topics at hand, there's some that we're hitting on.
Yeah, it's good. Also, I'll throw this out there that if you have any recommendations of movies, drop them in the comments or go to our Instagram and comment it. We need recommendations if we ever get into a dry spot or we just watch stuff for fans. We have one recommendation that we did before, and we got one that's coming up that we have set up later on. But um, definitely subscribe while you're watching. I know that we do this at usually the end of the episode, but we want to catch you kind of now because we're at 31, so that's a good mark because we were at 29 for the longest time. But while you're watching, go ahead and hit that subscribe because it does help us know that you're watching and to keep doing it, honestly.
Hey, 31. That's good news to start it out because whoever might have took their girlfriend's phone or their mom's phone, thank you.
Yeah, or the baby's phone, just
Logged
snatch that
into
shit.
The iPad.
logged into your
accounts for
dead
the
relatives account.
Oh, now that's that one crazy. On a loop, just have it watching.
Yes, actually, because sometimes whenever I leave for work, actually most of the time, I'll put on Bob Ross for Lily. If you have a pet, maybe like a parakeet or like a turtle or anything like that, maybe, just pull up YouTube on your TV and just put on autoplay and just go to our channel because 111 videos is crazy. Crazy work.
Yeah, that is a lot of content that we've done, and I think we've only probably done it around 6 or 7 months, honestly. And it doesn't feel like oh, I got to do another podcast. It's just it honestly feels fun because we get on here, talk about anything, things that we really enjoy, and it's pretty cool to see that people are liking it. I mean, going to work, people are talking about it sometimes, and then yeah, y'all have seen people talk about it. It's really cool that it's spreading slowly, subscriber wise, you assholes, but it's growing. It's a good thing.
It's spreading slowly. It's like a venereal disease. It just slowly creeps into different crevices until it slowly overtakes you.
Yeah.
Speaking of spreading and diseases, something that I did think of that we could do in the future, perhaps. Tyler, I think you've seen this. I don't know about, well, Chad, you probably haven't seen it.
No.
That's normally the case.
Yeah.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
It sounds familiar.
I wanted to watch it, but
Mm-hmm.
Invaders.
Got Donald Sutherland. It's like 1974 or 73. Definitely one of the more influential horror films at that time. It might have been later in the 70s, but that's a really good one. That has a lot of kind of vibes for The Thing almost. Just as far as paranoia and who could be infected.
Yeah, I'm looking at the poster and it looks pretty cool. I didn't know anything about this. Hell, it's on Tubi, so hell, I'll probably watch that.
Got Leonard Nimoy. Oh, and it's got a really, really young Jeff Goldblum.
What just happened? That was weird as fuck. We'll keep that in, but what the fuck just happened?
Hey, why don't you talking about Jeff Goldblum?
I'll back off. I'm so low quality now. What is going on?
You're not that
do you
low
think
quality.
we lost?
What is it?
Do you think we lost that footage?
No, nothing. It's still rolling. 4 minutes in. It just kind
Just
of.
let you go the call.
Yeah, it just kicked me out of the call for whatever reason.
Oh,
Jeff Goldblum.
Wi-Fi didn't even go down. I don't understand what.
You guys-
oh,
What is
Let's get
going
all
on?
of
We're getting taken down one by one. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Want to hear Tyler's Jeff Goldblum impression?
Did you get taken out?
did you get got?
No, I left really quick and got back in because
thank
you
God.
guys were all kind of
Oh.
kind of slow for a second.
That's
better now.
I'm normally slow. Do you
And Body Snatch.
have a Jeff Goldblum impression?
These dinosaurs are whack.
In like him now, it's just like he randomly dances and says random shit.
Ah,
Yeah.
I honestly couldn't tell you what he sounds like off the top of my head.
oh. Dude, I'd kill to see you in a Jeff Goldblum like Jurassic Park in that one scene where like his shirt's like unbuttoned and stuff. You'd kill in that kind of cosplay, especially with the hair.
So you talking about this movie? It was there was a clip somewhere, and on it might have been TikTok, but I've seen this face. Ooh, this man
Where he's pointing.
where he's pointing. I've seen that, and I
Yeah.
didn't know the movie title, but I have seen that clip, and it did interest me. But I will watch this.
Yeah, that's a super visceral kind of close to like a final shot.
Yeah, it's
Very
definitely
much in the vein of The Thing.
dude. The Thing, man. Fuck, I'll rewatch that forever. The best horror movie ever, in my opinion.
I wonder how the game is. I still haven't like really hopped on
I
with
wonder,
the game.
did it already come out?
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
I think
Hey,
everyone
but
said it
that
was short. That's about it.
really.
Yeah,
I know,
don't think it was very worth the $40 it was priced at.
I know that indie game's coming out soon on PlayStation, so
Oh, is there?
kind of looking forward to that.
Are you talking about the one where like you can play with friends on that, or maybe you're talking about something different?
No, I'm Indiana Jones, The Great Circle.
Oh, sorry. You said
Yeah.
you said indie game.
Indie.
So I thought you
Yeah.
were talking about like a spin-off of type like the Thing game, because on Steam there is a game that you can play with your friends that it is like an isolated like snowy map, and there is something like that that could take over your
Oh,
friends.
really?
Yeah, I'll have to show it to you.
Oh.
That would be a
Yeah,
fun
I was
one.
gonna say I hadn't heard of that one. I've seen that one that I think we talked about like briefly, where like I've seen a lot of people like stream it, like and
Repo.
like I saw someone on my feed, yeah.
Fun
Which I
one.
don't really know about that. That's like, is that almost like prop hunt or is that like?
It's more of like you go in and there's just monsters hunting you, and then you have to bring loot back out with you. And the more loot you bring out, the more money you get, and then you just keep the cycle going.
It's a
It
fun
gets
one.
harder and harder to get. It's a very fun game. You need a good group of like 4 to 5 people to have a good time. It's not bad.
Speaking of which, if you would have any desire to see all 4 of us ever play anything,
Yeah.
voice it.
That'd be a little hour or two, little
So
playthrough or something.
we're just slowly gonna turn into Rooster Teeth. So just
Oh god.
just plain and simple, just branches.
Play.
I mean, it would be fun.
That's what I said to Chad, and you said you got flashbacks, you got PTSD.
Yeah.
So
Anytime I hear Rooster Teeth, I just think of Let's Plays.
and they're coming back, baby. They're coming back. They're coming back.
Didn't one of them like rape?
Whoa.
Or like one of them got like
very heavily implied. It was with a fan, apparently.
What was his name?
Ryan.
And then there was another one I think that got kicked for something. Yes.
I liked Jeff with the G. That was the first time I ever saw Jeff spelled like that.
For an honorable mention, Jeff and Jack are like the best 2 creators probably of like their generation, even ours during like when we were younger. I remember coming home from school, the good old Halo days, and they would get these funny moments of like Halo Reach, Halo 3 and all those, and fans would submit what happened.
Fails of the Week.
Fails of the Week. Holy shit, dude.
Horse,
yeah. That was like so fun and funny to watch because they would never fail to not make me laugh my ass off. And Jeff and Jack, man, like that is probably why I love, or a good, majority of why I love Halo is just because of them. They just brought so much of like a childhood joy. And I know Jeff does his own podcast with a couple other guys that were in Rooster Teeth. Gavin.
He streams on Twitch too.
I didn't know he streamed. Jeff is
he streams on Twitch.
He's
They're
one of.
actually sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
The a lot of the Rooster Teeth people are actually getting back together this Sunday to play Repo. There's a big lobby that's happening. Because I don't remember Ray Narvaez Jr.
Yeah.
I follow him. I watch his content all the time. He's like one of my favorite creators right now.
Hmm.
And he signed up to be in it. And it's like him,
That's good.
Gavin, Jeff, Jack, Michael.
Dude, that's like
Like,
old
the whole
school.
original, like, yeah.
Holy
Jeremy was there for a bit, so.
fuck. I'm gonna have to watch that one. And I hope that some of you viewers kind of want to see that, because I feel like we could get funny moments out of it, not just for like the content purposes, but I think it would just be fun to do.
I think it would definitely be fun to do.
Yeah, spread out and get like a little bit of viewership somewhere else, and kind of bring them in. They might like podcasts as well, and this just doesn't have to be the only thing that we do, because we do like doing different things. I mean, we got so many ideas that we've thrown out just to kind of like dabble in all sorts of stuff, but that one's probably been like the. What is it?
I was gonna say, instead of Jabba's Dungeons podcast, Jabba's Dungeon playthrough. Keep it on, the P name. Would be good.
I mean, there's one that's on the table right now. I mean, I won't spoil anything, but we've been talking about it, so it's pretty fun to look into.
Yes. So, maybe if Rooster Teeth, if the remnants of them, if they work their way up enough, they could guest on the pod, or they could collab with us.
Can you
They gotta
imagine?
work their way to that, though.
Yeah, they have to get their way back up. That's crazy. I mean, like right before they, I guess I don't know if it was bankruptcy or whatever it was. They had a bunch of little channels, not really little, like kind of do a collab. Like you had Funhouse, Cow Chop. I mean, Cow Chop was a big one that I really enjoyed.
Cow Chop
Yeah.
is the shit.
I love them.
Bro, because Cow Chop, that like kind of overlapped with like the Creatures. And
Yes.
when I was a kid, like the Creatures was like my shit, bro. Like,
Brother,
oh my
I'm
fucking god.
I still think about the road trip.
You better watch out. I'm gonna start giving head to everybody if they keep bringing up the Creatures. I swear to God.
Bro, like Seamus, that was my dog.
Seamus. I still watch Alex.
Yeah,
He just he just made a new YouTube channel coming back, and he's actually making content.
That's sick, yeah, because I know he's been like absent forever.
James is still going hard. I love his new stuff.
Yeah, I've stayed subscribed to him. I love whenever he just does like the random like indie games.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 6 hours into them.
Didn't Kutra like join a gaming company or something, or start one?
The last thing
I think he was on the Predator game.
Yeah, Ilphonic, I think was their name. I think he was maybe a lead designer or something within that company, but I don't know if he's ever going to come back to YouTube. And then, actually, it's great that you guys brought the Creatures up, because Dan's news, I just saw some news about him where it's not bad news, I guess, but it's like he's had some substance abuse problems lately. So I don't know the full details, but what I've heard is he's trying to fix that. I can't remember where I've seen that at. I'm pretty sure it was on Reddit, because I follow the Creatures Reddit, and I'm pretty sure that's where I've seen that at. Yeah, the community with them is still very strong on Reddit and everything. They still follow it, and I would love for them to do a reunion. But I know there's a lot of like, not bad blood, but murky water there probably with some of them.
Mm-hmm. Bro, I loved watching Seamus's Left 4 Dead 2 playthroughs, and like he would just have like his own kind of like friends on there, and it was just like so much fun to watch. And then like the stuff that was on the Creature Hub, the in-person stuff, and then the gaming stuff. Anytime I talk to somebody and they know about the Creatures, I feel like I'm like instantly like yes.
Yeah.
Because like when I was younger, whenever they were going on, it's just like nobody I knew ever watched them.
Yeah. Like I think the first thing I watched with them was their original Treetopia. Like I used to love watching their Minecraft stuff. It was just so funny. And then like the house tours, the road trip especially, that was really cool.
I loved their movie nights. That's what like it would be cool if we could like, because I remember when they saw like the Dark Knight Rises midnight premiere, and then like Avengers fucking midnight premiere. That's whenever there was only like fucking 6 MCU movies. You could sit and marathon them all in the theater.
Mm-hmm. We could definitely do it. There is some that like I looked up like upcoming movies, and one of them was Thunderbolts and stuff like that. And I was gonna toss a text in, like try to plan something out because we definitely can do that. And I feel like, God, dude, if we go the creatures route, I'm literally. It brings me so much joy thinking of them, like how much joy they had. And like if we could actually build this channel to be something that is memorable to people like growing up, that would be fucking dope, honestly.
Dang, now I just feel like super like nostalgic.
Yeah, it gave me chills like you bringing that up because it is such a special thing to think about and like growing up and like we're even talking about, well, I didn't spoil it, but like the game that we were talking about playing, like even making videos about that is very nostalgic, even though it's like updated now. So I mean, I think it's definitely a good idea, and I think we're going in a good direction, and hopefully this channel keeps growing. So subscribe if you haven't, because I think we're definitely at a turning point. Not subscriber wise, obviously we're very small, but content wise, we're doing some good stuff. But
trying to like think of like more ideas for like different videos, like even if it's in like a kind of like a shorter format, just we could do like reactions and or kind of like our discussions and thoughts on like specific topics or what have you. But if you ever think of anything specific, please comment or DM on the Instagram, anything. We're definitely looking for more video ideas and or feedback.
I mean, we could even do things like, game board nights where we just like a one-off, oh, this is a Marvel licensed game. We'll just play it one time, see, you know what I mean, like what it is. Games like that,
I would love to do like some real life stuff where like also with gaming, but I would love to get to like some just haunted places. Like I feel like just the reactions, because I can be a scared little bitch. I'm not gonna lie. So
bro, me too. My ass hasn't been in like a haunted house in so long, but I just know like Tyler, bring me that arm, baby boy.
Have you all been to like Trans-Allegheny?
I've been once.
That's the last one, and it's been a while.
But I didn't go to like I didn't officially do like the spend the night type thing. It was just like during the day tour. So it wasn't like very scary or anything.
I would do the spending the night tour with you motherfuckers because I've thought about doing that before.
I've looked at it. It's a little pricey, but it's not bad. Like,
yeah.
I did the night tour. That's like a 2 or 3 hour walkthrough at like 11 o'clock, I think, at night. Like they turn you loose, kind of, but like you have the tour guide.
Yeah.
Is that what you did, Brandon, or did you do like a daytime?
No, I just done like the haunted, like not even in like the asylum, but that like little like place off to the side that they have like the haunted kind of like walkthrough and stuff. But I have thought about like doing that, and like like I got the video equipment if we'd ever want to do something like that, because I mean shit, that's something kind of like interesting that we have here, and all of us can fucking record our own perspectives, and maybe one of us will get possessed by a demon.
There's other places too, like there's one campground, not campground, but like an amusement park type setup. Yeah, that one
That's
too.
near Princeton.
Maybe it would be definitely fun to do. I think we should do it for sure.
Isn't there a hospital too that's like somewhere, or is that just like a haunted house kind of thing?
I think there is one, but I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head.
One that I do know of is that one like ghost town, but I can't remember the name of it.
Thurman.
Yeah.
I've been to Thurman.
Really?
Thurman is.
It's like between Beckley and
Oak Hill.
Yeah.
Fayetteville. It literally has nothing. It quite literally is a ghost town.
Hey, bro, that'd be like, I've thought about using that spot as like a filming location just because it's just like free for all. I mean,
There's Airbnbs down there you can rent.
Wow.
I mean, like, when Michaela and I went down there, it was during the day. It's kind of like evening time. I was expecting more. I mean, I knew it was like a ghost town and it was very small, but it's literally just one little strip of road with like one little section of buildings, and that's it.
That's kind of fire though. That's what I'm looking for. I feel
I
like
mean,
whenever,
it's a vibe.
well, yeah, I feel like as far as like filming, I'm kind of thinking even like a filming aspect. Like it reminds me of like a fucking like little like old west like fucking main street high
Well,
noon type deal.
there was a movie filmed there.
Really?
Mate One. I mean, it's about Mate One, West Virginia, but it has James Earl Jones in it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Damn, I'd
I wa-
never heard of that.
Yeah, it's. I think Criterion has a DVD for it. Like you can't rent it anywhere. My mom saw it at the library and she rented it for me and gave me the disc for me to watch it. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's at least a nice like historical type movie, and it's cool to know that James Earl Jones literally filmed a movie like 30 minutes from my house.
Mm-hmm. And then they put up that Bill Withers statue. Where did they put that up? Near you, didn't they?
That's at the parking plaza right behind Beckley Police Department.
It's so crazy, like the actual like influential like arts people you never like learn that were like from where you're from. Like I never knew that Bill Withers was from here until like way later than I should have, and so on with other like influential people. I mean, I feel like even like Jennifer Garner, like I feel like
Yeah.
that's pretty like well known, but like I just feel like the art aspect of like people is never really like, you know, brought up in like school or anything like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Jennifer Gardner's definitely like I felt like people knew about it, but I just came to like know about it not too long ago. Like
Mm-hmm.
because she had like pictures here when she visited or whatnot. And they're like, "Oh yeah, she's from here." And I was like, "What the fuck? Like from here, brother? What the hell?"
Dude, yeah. And fucking like, I just can't imagine. Like, I like talking to older people, just getting their perspective on things. Like, I was talking to a guy today and talking to him about Dune and just like the experience of seeing like Dune Part 2. But he had mentioned how he saw David Lynch's Dune from like 1984 in theaters. And it's just like so crazy being able to get like people's perspective on like, you know, things that they like experienced in like real time, not knowing how like culturally, you know, kind of interesting it is. I mean, like, and you know, we live that all the time. I mean, there's like the stuff with like In-Game and No Way Home and so many different things. It's just kind of hard to talk about in like a present day aspect, but I always love like kind of getting people's insight on that sort of thing because I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I could relate with that. With like for starters, like talking with my dad about Star Wars. Like he has like the OG, like what he grew up on at Star Wars, and then how much it has like expanded even throughout like the 2000s. It has expanded a lot with comics and whatnot. But him seeing like these different types of like newer shows, it's definitely different from like the 70s. I should say. So it's cool to see like his aspect too, because like I'll bring up like Skeleton Crew stuff like that, but he hasn't watched it yet. But he really fucks with the Ahsoka show, which is like mind blowing because I don't think he's watched any of the Clone Wars seasons. I'm just like, dude, like you love that, you gotta watch the Clone Wars, like. But he loves like the prequel era of like Anakin and all them, but he just hasn't watched that show, the seasons, which is like, what the fuck?
Show.
Yeah, well,
Kid show.
I tell him that. I'm like, it kind of starts off, you know, a little kiddish, but then the more you watch it, the more you're like, holy shit, they're cutting heads off. Their hands are cutting off. And like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, I definitely get that, dude.
The new like cultural event I ask people now as of late is, did you watch Twin Peaks while it was premiering? And again, Chad, the fact that you watch that show with your mom,
My
just
mother watched it when it was premiering every night that it came out, and her and my dad watched it.
that's fucking
And
legendary.
then little me, she was like, "Hey, you want to watch this?" And I'm like, I guess.
You just fucking encounter the log lady and
Yeah.
Bob.
It,
God, I can't imagine experiencing Bob at any age aside from this one. Jesus Christ.
Getting to the ending, and I'm just like, This was an experience of my life. I'll remember this forever.
It's cool that like back in the day they could have waited for it to like air on TV, but nowadays we're just like, when's the next episode going to drop on Disney Plus? I gotta sign my soul away just to fucking watch it. And it's like, if you have Netflix, my God, if you want to give it to your friend or something, they're like, this isn't your household, motherfucker. What are you doing? It's like, what is going on? It's crazy. Everything is monetized to the fucking max, and it's very depressing. Very depressing.
I loved it, like, growing up with the cable, and it was like, oh, if I just wanted to watch Cartoon Network, I could because I had cable.
Yeah.
But now if I want to watch Cartoon Network, I have to get Cartoon Network Plus. And
Yes.
then, jump through different hoops to just watch one show.
Fucking, and then you're gonna have that one show that you really want to watch on the app, and they're like, you don't have this other app that goes with this to have that. It's like, what the fuck? Holy shit. It's so dumb nowadays. And I wish that they would slow down on like the episode a week type thing. Like some shows it really works for. Like you really get that anticipation. Daredevil's not really working for me that well. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm like, oh, this is really a good episode. But like, what the fuck happened? Like with that last episode, like that one was just like a downer a little bit.
Yeah, so like I kind of seen you, Tyler, talking about that a little bit. Like, is there like a little bit like of inconsistencies as like far as like episode quality, or like how are you taking out?
I also
I
have a
mean-
thing of this whenever you're done.
I guess we can like kind of hop into like the Daredevil talk with the whole drama with the original. With
Oh, I just shook my head. No.
Brandon being Brandon, bro,
Oh.
causing trouble.
Oh,
Just kidding. I was just kidding.
I'm like, did I get canceled?
Daredevil.
With the original crew that had written the show got fired, and they had the new crew come on and write it. Episodes 1, 8, and 9 are
what
from
I
the
was gonna say.
current,
Yeah.
yeah, like the current showrunners, whereas the majority of episodes 2 through 7 were with the old creatives, and that was also like episode 2 was originally going to be episode 1, so they were going to skip over the Foggy Bullseye kind of scenario. So knowing what episodes were made during what, I guess, production period makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, the White Tiger episode, that still stands out to
It
me
does.
as being like perfect.
It is.
They were onto something with that.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, I do like Born Again, but it's like you can definitely tell just with this newest episode, there was like a whole different vibe. Like it
Yes.
felt like the Netflix show, but not grainy camera.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
It felt like there was a lot at stake. Like I do agree. The White Tiger episode was really good. I really loved that episode, and it honestly brought. I never knew about that actor, and I really wish like I watched more of him before he passed away. Which it doesn't stop me now, but that guy was a really good actor. But yeah, you could definitely tell like what was like a straight shot, what's new kind of straight shot story that has definitely a different take, kind of, and then the ones that were shot prior, you're like, it definitely feels like that was going to be more of a Law and Order type deal where they're in like the courtroom a lot, and Matt's being Matt, less of Daredevil. And I definitely felt it, especially in this newest episode. Like it was highly focused on Bullseye, and I wish the whole show was more about like the trio of. I'll talk about Muse in a second, but Kingpin and Bullseye and Daredevil solely. I wish it was like, yeah, of course with the surrounding characters, but them three, it felt like there is a risk. There is definitely something that is higher at play right now, and that episode was really good. And Muse was really cool, but I felt like it was like you got little snippets of him. He was in the therapy room, and then next thing you know, he's fucking dead. And it's like, what? We were so teased after every episode, basically, just for him to get shot up in a therapy room. Like, that was kind of
I
lame.
think they fumbled Muse
Yeah.
very hard, and he might come back. You never know. 'cause
But I
In the
mean,
comics, he's got some natural powers, and
Isn't he confirmed, like the actor, to be in season 2?
that's what I heard. But I don't know how they could bring him back from 17 bullet holes in him.
yeah. I mean,
This is my thing with like why I love the Netflix show so much is other than like the hand kind of situation, that show is so like grounded in reality
Mm-hmm.
that now incorporating him into the bigger MCU does kind of complicate it because you have
yeah.
all these other things going on. But it would just feel so weird for Muse just to show up and still be alive and it feel like it's coexisting, you
It
know?
it feels like they've tiptoed in it already with like the bigger aspect of it, just because how he showed up in She-Hulk and he was interacting with like a actual bigger superhero with these like gamma radiation powers and stuff like that. I mean, they could do it in a way where it's like he's not you're not going to see him in Avengers. You're not going to see him there. So he's in Hell's Kitchen mainly. That's where he's going to be. Unless it's like something with Spider-Man, maybe somewhere down in New York that's more grounded. If you would have him just solely in Hell's Kitchen, where it's just like you don't really have those very big enemies. It's like just grittier, darker, more realistic type things with the occasion like maybe supernatural type thing with like Muse. Because I don't know his power specifically. I've read comics with him in it, but it's like I, me personally, I haven't seen the comics where he shows off his powers. It's more of just like a him being the killer that he is. But I do see his eyes are primarily it looks like blood. It doesn't show him like that human aspect like they do in the show. So they could do something with him. I would like to see more of him. He was a really cool character. Like that whole scene with the underground railroad type thing. I loved that, and I wanted more of that. But it just felt like such a letdown. Of you tease him so much, and you think he's like the primary enemy in the show, other than Fisk, and of course Bullseye is behind bars, and then it kind of does like a 360 of well, this guy just got shot the fuck up. We're back to Bullseye now, and it's like he's the main baddie now, and
I wish they would have shown throughout the season more clips of Bullseye in prison,
yes,
like leading up to this newest episode, because you just have him basically what in the first episode, everything goes down, he gets put behind bars, and he's been mentioned off and on, but like it would be so cool just to like see him like stewing in prison, you know,
yeah,
and
that
getting into altercations with other like people locked up,
mhm,
or even have had something with him just to kind of like sprinkle him in because now it just feels like they're shoehorning him back in just
yes,
to get to the main plot.
yeah, that's exactly how I feel. See, that episode with him just like reacting and like being confused why he's being put in like what the public section of it or whatnot.
Mhm.
I immediately when I saw this scene, I was just like, it would have been such a cool few episodes just having him in prison and then like and like showing the what could have been cool too, like the raising points, so like the really heated moments with Kingpin and like he's fighting the prisoner that he has, and Matt's getting pissed off, whatever he was doing. I think fighting Muse. You could have had Bullseye in prison, just getting fucked up or something, maybe, or just confrontation, and that's building up too. That would kind of like to the boiling point. I don't know. I think they could do a whole season of Bullseye alone as a show.
A Daredevil season 3.
I mean, oh well, yeah, yeah. You're right. Fuck. Maybe I'll get my fill of that and be like, never mind. He doesn't need it. So
He needs it.
he's a great
Like,
actor.
It'd be cool to see it like in a full-fledged movie, but I know they'll probably never do something like that.
Yeah.
I know Kingpin, he came out, the actor that plays him, and said like contractually he cannot appear in a movie because it's the whole rights issue and stuff.
I'm so tired of it, dude. It's like we can't get Hulk. We can't get Kingpin now. It's like there has to be some solution where they can fix this.
which there's part of me that believes it, but also part of me that thinks that's BS.
Covering up, maybe.
Because like,
I mean, I feel like they could probably use them because it's Sony. Spider-Man's going to obviously, you know what I mean? Like they'll cross over eventually, I think. But
and like one of the first original rumors for Spider-Man 4 was going to be, now that no one remembers who Peter is, Fisk is going to be mayor and was going to kind of implement like the vigilante task force. Like that was the original rumor for Spider-Man 4.
God, that would have been really
Which
cool.
I guess that's now Daredevil Born Again, but like
Depending on how this plays out, it could very well still happen. But that all depends if he's going to be, some way staying as mayor instead of being like taken out, by some force. You got the cops that are kind of boiling over. That also, it's just like, so have they touched up on? Maybe I missed it. Have they touched up on the White Tiger killer? Because it was the Punisher thing. I feel like that's been barely touched up on at all ever since they've shown that. I don't remember anything else about it.
It's just more implied that I think it's supposed to be like the task force did it, but he doesn't know who on the task force is the one that did it.
I would say most likely it would be either the one that Daredevil keeps bullying every single time he sees him,
Good.
like in person.
Good. That guy's annoying as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Or the other guy, which I've seen some people complain. I think his character is like different in the comics.
Which
I can't remember.
is it like?
Cast.
Is he a cop as well?
Yeah.
He's one on the
It's
task
not
force.
the one you watched the episode, right?
Yeah.
He's not talking about the one that like put the guy's hand like in the air fryer or the deep fryer. He's talking about the other one that's always with him.
The black guy?
I think. Is that who he's talking
Yeah,
about?
I
If
just don't
that's-
know the character's name, but I've seen people say that he's different in the comics.
There was a picture a long time ago. I don't know if it's real or not, but there was a picture of, I think it was a black man with the Punisher chest piece on, but I'm not sure if that's the same actor or not. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I don't know what it is. But that actor that put the guy's hand in the like where you cook fries or whatever, he annoys the fuck out of me for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Cole is the character that I'm thinking of.
Cole. Wait, so
Cole.
hold up. So what's his like character name? Cole, you said?
Cole North.
Cole North. Okay, so I know this character. Okay, so this was in like the run. Oh shit, so it is. Okay. Well, don't look up his pictures on.
I already did.
Yeah, okay, you saw what I saw then. So it was him. Yes,
Yeah,
so
that's his character.
His character is different. From what I remember, I'm pretty sure he's more by the book, if I'm correct. And he has like an obsession with Daredevil, if I'm correct. It's been a minute since I've not watched it, but read it, because this was like the issue where I'm pretty sure it leads up to Matt being controlling, that Matt is controlling the hand later on, if I'm correct. But yeah, he's a very different character then. Yeah. And that was the leaked photo that I've seen that you saw, Tyler. So, but it also shows other cops around. So I guess it's just the whole squad.
That might be like their kind of like logo they're going with, because I know there's supposed to be a big like presence in season 2. I'll be very curious to see how next episode we get the Punisher back, because I don't really know how he's going to tie back into
I don't either.
everything happening. But
I remember seeing like the first leak for, I guess, how the season was going to end. It mentions him taking a bullet for Fisk. So I thought that the fact this is not actually the last episode, I am curious on how they're going to lead in.
I've seen screenshots too, and I thought they were saying that was like the opening of season 2. And I was just like,
Yeah, and being born again, I guarantee Matt's gonna be in that black suit.
he'll be full Daredevil now. He doesn't
Yeah,
have to.
I wish that the show would touch more on his religious beliefs,
dude,
which
like
is like heavily in season 3.
that.
It's
I
like
just
every episode.
the first episode, it's like the main thing. Like he'd rather be the devil of Hell's Kitchen than He had a line. I can't remember it. I'm just butchering it now, but
Season 3 is just a bunch of monologues.
I really like it. I think
It's really nice though.
originally I think I was just like maybe not mature enough back when it initially came out, and I just was bored with it. But now that I'm watching Daredevil again, and I think I've grown to love this character a lot. Honestly, like I think he's quickly like I've always liked Daredevil, but after like reading the comics thoroughly now and watching the show, I think he's grown to be like one of my top 5 Marvel superheroes. And I didn't know how much I really enjoyed the character until now because he's very much like Spider-Man in the sense of like the way he not necessarily does things because he can be brutal as fuck, but it's kind of like how he swings around and flips and stuff. So they're not too far off, except for just Matt kind of hating himself nonstop.
That and the Rogues Gallery. If
Yeah.
the only big one that he has is Kingpin,
Kingpin, yeah.
and he kind of stole that from Spider-Man. So
Well, it's kind of crazy. Like I was because whenever the boys are sleeping in their bed and I'm waiting for them to fall asleep to leave the room, I'll get the iPad and I'll get on Marvel Unlimited. I'll just continue the Daredevil run that I'm reading. And today, Kingpin hired Tombstone to take him out, and it was just kind of like a little neat thing. But he didn't go with it. He just kind of just sat. He just instead of using a bazooka to kill Matt in a courtroom, I think the Supreme Courtroom, he just sat at a bar. It was like, fuck that. Like, it's kind of funny, but
I've been reading Grant Morrison's new X-Men, and it's been pretty good. That's like the first like X-Men that I've really dove into. I'm
Yep.
enjoying it so far. I read like the whole E is for extinction arc, which was like 3 issues or something like that. And that was pretty cool. There's like characters that I don't really know a whole lot about, like Emma Frost and Domino and a couple other cool ones.
What you still haven't read?
I don't know. Let's see if the viewer retention is there. What have I not read? Because I know what I haven't read, but do the viewers know what I still have not read?
I know what you have still not read.
Naughty,
and I'm
naughty.
not a viewer.
Naughty, naughty.
Mhm.
It's The Color of Chad's Room.
Yes.
We did a whole vote system and everything.
Which, speaking of which, kind of piggybacking off of X-Men, I know we were kind of talking, what characters would it be cool to get a maximum figure. I think it'd be very cool, kind of like how they're doing Hulk right now. I think it'd be very cool if they done like a maximum of like Beast or something like that, because it's been very long since there's been a Beast figure. There's the Gray Beast, which Tyler had sent me. And then there's like the Blue Beast, of course, which is like an older figure and it has like the visible pegs and everything like that. But yeah, like the severe lack of Beast, because I'm really enjoying reading those comics, and like Beast is just like, I love his design.
Oh.
He's a beast.
Dude, let me tell you, and this is to you, Hasbro. Why the fuck is it so hard to get a Daredevil figure? I mean, like, do you know how hard it is to get a Daredevil figure? Insanely hard to get a Daredevil figure. It's infuriating because I scroll through Facebook Marketplace, Etsy sometimes for the fuck of it, whatever the M one is called, Macari, and then there's also AliExpress. Motherfuckers, it's impossible. It's impossible. A single figure from the 3-pack, some people put that shit up for $200 for the single figure. Are you fucking nuts? Are you nuts? I mean, like, what's the deal here? Huh? What's the fucking deal? And you people that do, while I'm here, the fucking knockoffs, get your shit together, because hop off Spider-Man's dick for a second and make a Daredevil. What's going on? Like, you got the fucking figure. Let's do this shit. Crazy.
Dude, the Mayfix Daredevil is fucking nice. It's just $130.
That's one that, like, when the promo images dropped, it didn't look as good. And to me, it was something with like the spacing and the shoulders looked super like lanky and weird. And I was like, I would just rather get a Marvel Legends. And I got the VHS 2-pack, which has the cell shading. And I'm like, it's not the best. And then the in-hand images for the Mafex came out, and I was like,
Yeah.
That's super nice, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be very linky, like the Spider-Man one. So I was like, eh. But yeah, I'm still jealous you got the fucking VHS one. I should have pre-ordered it. I think I did at one point, and then I canceled it. I need to stop doing that shit because like this shit bites me in the ass every time, and it's fucked up.
Well, I was like looking at the Secret Wars line, the anniversary line that they got, and like the black suit Spider-Man was kind of calling to me, like a fucking Green Goblin mask was just like telling me to buy it. But I got the VHS of the fucking Spider-Man and the Carnage, and that's like basically the exact same figure. It's just also cel shaded, and it's just like I just kind of want to pose them on the shelf. These shelves will be stocked soon. I'm just waiting on the hardware. But I want him to be like in the pose that he is on the cover of
and
Secret
Shock
Wars
or whatever.
Yeah, whenever he gets the black suit for the first time. And like, I don't know. I feel like it really is like the exact same figure, that 2-pack, as opposed to that Secret Wars one.
Wasn't the Secret Wars one on a new mold?
Was it?
Was it not? From the black? Wait, maybe not. I'm thinking of like the animated series, black suit. I think that was maybe a different one. I don't know. This one to me feels better, but I could just be crazy.
This one?
That one.
I'm pretty sure that's just on like the usual
Ben Riley
Spider-Man
one?
body. The Ben Riley one, I think, is the same one that they use for. Does Ben Riley have toe articulation?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the Renew Your Vows body,
Oh, okay. Well,
I think.
that one, I will say, like, having the two heads is really nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love the alt head. Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that was the only one I got out of the Secret Wars. I still need to get the Captain America. The only thing that makes me not buy that one is just the head that's just yelling, and then the one that's smiling. I don't like the smiling one. Yelling one I'm fine with. The smiling one is just like, what's going
Very
on?
goofy. Look at the boy with the grimace.
Yeah, it's such a good figure, dude. I want the.
I love the little soft upper body.
Yeah, the one I really love, and I could just buy a part for it, is just the straps. Like, I don't know what they're called, but I think that just is like such a cool
like
look.
for the shield and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually is. I'm still waiting on my AliExpress fucking blade coat. Hopefully that comes in and I didn't get doxxed. But still waiting on the soft goods coat for old Blade here because he's just too damn posable to be stuck with this fucking rigid ass cape.
You take that off and you don't look bad, honestly. Like mine's on the shelf without it, and he just kind of looks like
honestly,
Wesley Snipes.
Really?
Yeah, I'll get it real quick and I'll show you. You guys can talk about whatever.
Avery is so cute.
I know.
He is.
I think he could pull off a good Daredevil cosplay.
I think he could too, especially the newer version with the beard sticking out.
Yeah. And like, he's just sexy.
Hear me out. But if I were to pick a maximum Marvel Legends, I'm gonna either say Cyclops or Wolverine.
I feel like Cyclops is like definitely the more like from the hip kind of like I feel like a maximum Wolverine is kind of inevitable. But a Cyclops would be very cool.
The Cyclops would be nice.
The 97 Cyclops, while you're talking about that on Entertainment Earth, he was like either up for pre-order again or he is in stock.
Worth it.
I need to watch X-Men 97.
Yes, you do.
I suck.
Yes, you do.
It'd be cool if on like the Yeah, let's see.
No,
let's
you can
see.
go ahead and say what you're saying.
Well, I was gonna say it'd be cool on like a Cyclops, like a Maxim Cyclops, if they had like two or like a couple different heads, one with like the exposed hair, and then one where he's got like the head condom on, and there's just like the unmasked, and they could kind of do what they did with like the X-Men 97 Daredevil, where he's got like the like cloak kind of thing, like where it can just like sit around his neck as like a accessory. And it's
Yeah.
like, he's like unmasked or whatever. He's got the glasses.
X-Men 97 Daredevil, you say?
Wolverine. Did I say Daredevil?
You did say
You
Daredevil.
did. I mean, Daredevil is an X-Men 97 for like a frame.
We were saying, Avery, you could pull off a good Daredevil cosplay.
So I have been
I was
looking at.
saying you're sexy.
I have been thinking about it because this is gonna be like a little side story. When I was at, did I tell you guys? No, I didn't. I went to get my haircut yesterday by the good old Jonathan, which I usually get my haircut by anyway. So if any of you know him, he's a great hairstylist. I went to go get my haircut, and this is a funny little story because I didn't expect it. It's not judgment or anything like that. So I'm getting my haircut, and I just tell him a fade, and then he starts. My beard was kind of fuller than this, and I had like a bigger mustache. He starts trimming the side of my beard. I was just like, that's new. He's never done that before. And he just starts going down, trimming it up a little bit, and then he asked me, he's like, "You want your mustache trimmed?" And I was like, "Sure." Like, I mean, why why are you doing it? Like, it kind of caught me off guard. I was trying not to smile because I was just like expecting a haircut, and then he starts like cutting my beard. I was like, kind of uncomfortable at first because I was like, nobody's ever cut my beard.
Bro's never got a beard trim.
I've never got one. I do it myself, and it has like kind of grew out a little bit. And then he was like, "Yeah, do you want that done?" So he starts doing it all, and he does my neck and everything. So that's why I like my mustache is a little bit shorter than usual, but it looks fine. It just kind of caught me off guard because it's just like reminded me of those stupid fucking videos while like people are doing like the barber shit and they start fucking with you or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I would probably try to like stick my like finger in your mouth.
Whoa. Fuck, what was I gonna say?
We were talking about you being Daredevil.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just like fondled at the barber shop.
Bro got groped. He was getting
Unexpected trim, and
unexpected trim is crazy.
but yeah, I appreciate they did it because he was at one point he was like he asked if I wanted it trimmed up a little bit, and I said yeah, and he was like yeah, it was fuck, what, I always forget what he said. Basically, like, I needed it, honestly, like, in a, like, nice way. I was like, "Okay." But yeah, I've been thinking about doing the Daredevil thing for Halloween, getting, like, the maybe, like, a black helmet. I'm blind as shit anyway, so it's gonna work out. I'm gonna take off my glasses, I'm gonna just get a cane. That's basically what I'm gonna need at nighttime anyway, and, walk around with the boys because Chad, supplying me with a badass hoodie that would fit the
Yep.
black Daredevil. I could just do kinda like a, not a modern day because I wouldn't say it modern, but just kind of like a, I don't know, hoodie and black cargo jeans or whatever.
Dress one up as a Punisher and one up as Bullseye. So that's what they're going as this year.
Just just have the baby on my chest with the little Punisher fucking sign.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
The baby.
This is the blade.
Let's go.
That I mean he
Yeah, that doesn't look bad at all.
no, yeah, he just kind of looks like Wesley Snipes where he had like the bulletproof thing and with his
Yeah.
stuff coming out. Honestly, I like this look. I do want a jacket though. But I think it looks decent. Just has like he took his coat off type thing.
Oh God, the unexpected.
I would
trim.
love for the Black Series to do the maximum idea.
Darth Vader, please.
That was gonna be my. Now, I mean, there's a bajillion variants they could do, but just one of them.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Boba Fett.
Ooh.
Just redo Boba Fett, put more stuff in there. Hey,
So Tyler threw out his idea for a maximum figure. Avery, what would you like to see through Marvel Legends as a maximum figure?
My top one right now, if there doesn't ever come out like a knockoff Mafex Daredevil, I would buy a maximum Daredevil, like with a bunch of effects, 3 different heads, because you could easily do like this one is just an honorable mention for later, but they could honestly do an updated version of with the beard and everything as a head, clean shaven as a head, regular matte head. I would like to see that as one, and do like kind of like the Spider-Man effect, but it's like the lines instead of the web or the electricity or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool. Other accessories, I don't know what else you could really do with Matt. I mean, they didn't do like accessories for Hulk or Spider-Man, but just like a lot of I guess you could call them accessories, like just the little things that go with them.
Yeah, you could do like those like little motion effects for like, like his punches, or
Yeah.
if you could like mount him on his feet or something like that.
Sonic hearing.
Yeah. I feel like that's actually kind of like a no-brainer. Surprisingly, didn't even think about that, but like especially with how much, like you said, it's so hard to get a Daredevil figure.
It's insane. It's dude, I've been like just every day I'll just kind of go on there just to look, because I would love to snag one for like $40 if I could, like somebody that just like doesn't want to get the money out of it. They just kind of want to get it out and sell it. Like I was super close to getting the yellow suit Daredevil, because I was just gonna be like, all right, I can't get the original red one. I mean, you can, but it's like the older Build-A-Figure ones where it's like it's not the articulation or whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. Articulation isn't there, and then you got like the crappy ones, and but I was really close to getting the yellow suit one. It was a guy down in Dunbar. He had it on his Facebook Marketplace, and he said free or not. You could either pick it up or have it shipped out. And I texted him. I was like, "You still got it? I live in Bell. I could pick it up today." And he said, "Already sold." And I was like, "Fuck, super close." But
Chad, is there any one in particular you'd like to see for a maximum figure?
I don't really know much about him, like what the difference is between the normal. Only thing I was thinking of was maybe like a Doctor Doom. They wanted to do
that's a
something with
solid pick.
Yes.
That's a
Yes,
solid pick.
that, or I was even thinking maybe like Thanos. I was just trying to think of like big villains. I don't know what they could really do for Thanos, but I think more of Doom would probably be better.
Bro, because Doom's hard to get as well, because there's that 3-pack
Yep.
where it was like Doom and, fucking, I can't even remember who else is in that pack.
Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Taskmaster. I don't even remember the other one.
It's
I bought the 3-pack.
It's
What is it?
Norman Osborn and the Iron Patriot.
Yes, Iron Patriot.
Oh, yeah.
I bought the 3-pack, took the Doctor Doom out, and then sold the other 2.
Oh, so I didn't know you bought
Yeah.
that one. Maybe I did. I pre-ordered that
It has
one.
the soft goods cape.
It
For some
does.
reason, that got me with the soft goods cape. The Marvel Legends never does soft goods.
No, I wish they would do it more, honestly, with some figures.
Yeah, because I just cannot justify like buying a 3-pack just for one figure, especially whenever I do not care in the slightest about the other 2.
The only cool thing I think other than that was like Taskmaster's okay, but I'm not a big fan of him. The Norman Osborn face sculpt I think was kind of cool, but other than that, I had that pre-order too, but I was just like, wasn't it like $70? I was like, I really justify for just like, because I really just wanted Doctor Doom. I think that was like the main reason. I didn't really give a fuck about Iron Patriot as Harry Osborn. So
I sold the other 2, and I made back the other $50 basically. So it was basically like I spent 25 on Doctor Doom.
It's
I'll
just-
look at it that way.
that's what's annoying to me, man. It's like they lock these characters behind like these big packs that you just couldn't give a fuck about. Like I haven't bought the Punisher yet. I've been on the verge of getting the Punisher every time, but I look at the Bushwhacker thing and his penis hands. I'm like, I don't want this fucking figure. It's ugly, dude. I don't want him.
But that's why they locked the Daredevil VHS with Hydra Man. Did they interact in the TV show? No.
No, nobody wants Hydra, man, dude. Fuck.
But did they probably just want to throw some like random repaint in with Daredevil just to be like, well, you have to get this to get that? Yeah.
Yeah. it sucks, but I mean, what can you do? I'm not paying $300 for a fucking 3-pack. Let me tell you that. I don't think anybody's gonna do that. I saw one sell for like
I am.
125, and that was the lowest I saw one sell. You buy that much? Huh?
Yeah.
Chad's a big baller. He's the one like I've started collecting Marvel Legends. Now I'm gonna get the 3-pack.
Once I get going, I'm gonna have to try to find a restraint. So
Well, you're gonna have to find a
Chad's gonna
restraint.
That's
Chad's gonna
me.
buy the what's it called? Where they do those limited runs. The shoot. HasLabs.
Oh
He's gonna go
yeah,
back and he's gonna buy the HasLab Galactus
yeah. That thing is
for like
badass.
$1,000.
It's a badass thing. Giant Man's cool too.
I mean, it's gonna be like that tall, but
Yeah.
I'll make room.
I really debated on getting that made to order 97 Sentinel
Mm-hmm.
at the end of last year, but I was like, I don't think I can justify the space to even put one. It would look awesome though.
If I still have, I might be at my mom's somewhere. If I have the original Toy Biz Galactus that was a Build-A-Figure back in the day, if that is still somewhere at the house, I will grab that. I don't know if we still have it or not. Because I've been asking him. I was like, hey, if you ever go through like old boxes again, because my dad has like Star Wars figures and whatnot. If you ever see like my Marvel Legends, tell me. And they got a bunch of my old stands that used to come with them, like the Daredevil one. I'm thinking about grabbing some of those for whenever I get my shelf and put it up because I think that kind of go nicely. But
Apparently, my grandma's. I have a bunch of old like Spider-Man stuff out in her building. I want to go look for it, but I don't even know where to start because like the floor's falling in and like I don't know if it's still good. But like they said, there's a lot out there, so I want to make the courage one day and go try to find it.
Yeah, that's gonna be like fucking some Indiana Jones shit going in there, fucking booby traps.
What's your maximum pick?
Mine,
Yes.
Beast, probably a Beast.
Please.
Yeah, because it's been so long since there's been a good Beast, and we were kind of talking a little bit about this before recording, but I really do like seemingly, I mean, years on from now, it could be like a bad move, but I do like the soft material on Maximum Hulk on his chest. I think that's like probably like one of the coolest features to the figure. Just because I mean you're like getting that whole like you're able to get the sonic clap and everything like that. And it seems like it's a material that would hold up. And like you see Hulk and just like him as a bigger figure, and it's been so long since it seems like since there's been a Beast. I think Beast would be sick. And you could have like a couple different heads for him. Like you could have like where he's kind of got like more of like the lion head going on, or you could do like where it's kind of like more traditional cartoon where he's got like kind of like the hair. Because in this comic run I'm reading, he's got more of like the lion head, and he just looks so fucking cool. Like I
Even one
wish
with
there was a
like
figure.
one with glasses, like he's like in a laboratory or
I
something.
Yes, and he's
Yeah.
just straight up looks like a lion.
I think that one's probably my favorite face of him is when he looks like that because it's just the other one's like yeah it's humanish but like that is like Beast like that fits the name so well.
And like kind of like what you're saying, Chad, like it would be cool, like even for like some characters, like I feel like for like Doom, like what you couldn't make up for in accessories, it'd be cool if they could like put more attention to like it being like soft goods on it. Like it'd be cool if like say like for Beast you could like have like soft like pants for him, or like underneath he could just be wearing like his like briefs or something like that. Like you could have like a whole different like kind of like way you have like multiple different ways you could set them up. Kind of like Tyler was saying though, like Marvel Legends really doesn't do that a whole lot, but for a maximum line, it'd be kind of cool, you know, because it doesn't just have to be accessories. It could just be more attention to detail on the actual figure itself.
I was really wanting to get that last Beast on the retro card that had the lab coat,
Mm-hmm.
and then that pre-order got canceled after like a year and a half. So
Yeah.
Man, that is a really good Beast figure. Like I was thinking about like the accessories that could come with it and not only like hands but just like bottles and stuff because he's always doing like scientific things. I think that would be really neat. Um, yeah, there's so many good things. Like a lot. I would love to see a Ben Grimm, a new Ben Grimm
Yeah.
with the trench coat and the hat.
Yes, like some straight up just like Jack Kirby shit.
Yeah, that. Yeah,
I hope the movie thing. I hope that's good. I hope that's a good figure.
yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't tell by like the hand, but it looks like something like newer than. I mean, obviously, I don't know how big he's gonna be, but like it. Maybe it's a new mold.
I mean, just from what we've seen of him in the trailer, I mean, it is like most certainly like a comic inspired look for him. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be pretty close to a thing figure.
Jumping back to Thunderbolts, because I know Avery mentioned it earlier. The guy that leaked the entire plot of the new Captain America didn't leak the whole plot of Thunderbolts, but like said a lot of what's supposed to be in it. He said it's actually really good, surprisingly. He called that Brave New World or whatever it is was going to be kind of like mid, which it was. So it's kind of raised my expectations for Thunderbolts.
It looks decent trailer wise. It has piqued my interest. I'm not gonna lie.
We should go see it.
When's it
Either
coming out?
that or Fantastic Four.
I would love
don't
to go,
fucking care.
bro.
We need to see it.
Fantastic
one?
Four would be fucking dope. But I mean, like, yeah, either one. When is Thunderbolt? Let's see.
May 2nd.
Ooh, that's like right around my birthday.
And then Fantastic Four. Look at that.
July something.
25th. That's right,
Yeah.
right around my birthday, homie.
Ooh.
Either one, I'm fine with. As long as I'm off. Well, hold up. What is the calendar? So I mean, I go back to work the 8th or 9th. So just saying, I can do it. I can do it. We can go see Thunderbolts. We can make it a date. Do you hear any of that, Tyler? I know you're messing with the VHS.
I came at the last minute.
Possibly.
We're bolting the Thunder.
Yeah.
I'll recap what I said. The guy that leaked the entire plot for Cap 4 didn't leak the whole plot of Thunderbolts, but he came out and actually said like it was really good, and he called that Cap 4 was going to be pretty mid, which it was pretty mid. So it got me a little bit more excited to go see Thunderbolts.
All right, I say we do what we were kind of talking about. We show off some of our favorite figures currently, and then we can all take our pants off. So, who would like to go first?
I nominate Avery.
Jesus fucking Christ! I'll do it. Yeah. So these are my top 3 that I have in my collection right now because the collection's obviously growing. We've all are dabbling in Marvel Legends. Chad just started collecting Marvel Legends, which is a big thing because he's mainly a Pop Funko guy. You can see in the back, and like Pokemon cards, I'd say.
Pokemon, One Piece stuff, that kind of deal.
Yeah. So he has more variety, and obviously Tyler Black Series, and I think Brandon's like a little bit of everything. It seems like
butt stuff.
Butt stuff. My first one that I have right now is it's one of my favorite Spider-Mans. It is the animated. I kind of like go along with what Tyler was saying. Like he has one that's sentimental to him. Is I grew up watching this Spider-Man TV show, and it really holds a special place in my heart, honestly. Because when I think of like an animated Spider-Man or Spider-Man in general, it either is like this Spider-Man or Tobey Maguire. But this is my first one because it's just I love it. A little bit of shell shading on it. Articulation's good. I don't have like a head sculpt for him version of him. The only thing I really don't like is just how like blocky his head is. Kind of. It's just kind of like a square face, but it's not bad enough to hate. It kind of just looks like a guy put on a mask.
So did he just come by himself? Like he wasn't in like a pack or anything like that?
This one, I'm pretty sure. Whoa, it was Walmart exclusive, wasn't it, Tyler? Yeah.
It was a Walmart exclusive, and I think it was like right around the time I started getting Marvel Legends, and it was hard to get.
It was.
So
I got lucky because they were showing up at Quincy. and I think my dad or my mom was there, and they took a picture of it and sent it to me, and they're like, "Do you want this?" So they got it for me. So that's even like more of a sentimental reason
That's
that I
sick,
like
yeah.
it, because it's like not only my childhood, but it's like my father and my mother getting it also because they know that I love Spider-Man. Uh, Definitely one that I don't think I'll ever separate with, and I kind of lack on the animated series. I know Tyler is like heavy into it, and you can like see him in the bag that he has a lot of them. And then my next one is from this year. Um, it is the Flash Thompson Agent Venom.
Dude, I've thought about getting that. Yeah, you like that?
I love it. I don't like the face sculpt of Flash. He's kind of weird looking, but this alone is very fucking cool. Honestly, like I highly recommend this one. I've seen him pop up at Target a couple times. I don't know how much he goes for online. I know Big Bad Toy Store does really good at having him on pre-order or in stock. Highly recommend this one. Probably like my obviously like one of my favorites. I'm showing off my favorites, but I highly recommend this guy.
I've thought about getting him. That's crazy. I kind of forgot you did have him.
Yeah, I don't have a Venom figure. Like I had the Amazon one from the game pre-ordered. I canceled it because I'm like, well, he's super fucking big. Like listen, I love that Venom, but like I don't think he'll fit in with like the stuff I have. So I kind of want the more traditional Venom. And then
Animated series Venom would be sick.
yes, I would love to have that one, shell shaded or not. I don't care. And then this one's my third because I'm just like this one was cool to get because I snagged him off eBay. And I just wanted a thing. I just fucking love the thing,
Yes.
dude. Big boy. I really love having this one. I snagged him for I think like $30 some. Because like the animated thing, he's kind of higher in price. For the longest time I saw him on sale on Big Bad, never went through with it. But this one's kind of like an older one. I think this was like a Walgreens exclusive. Maybe. I love the design of like the black and blue. And then I got lucky. I'll just talk about him. I got the Mr. Fantastic at a comic kind of shop, antique shop. He was just in a bin. Got him. So I just need Sue and Johnny. I'll do one honorable mention, and then whoever wants to go next can. My honorable mention is just this one because I say Daredevil's hard to get, and then this one wasn't that hard to get because on Big Bad he was in stock for 25, but I see him on eBay going for like 40 to almost 60 sometimes, and I think he's underrated. Honestly, and I'll just say like I don't like this, like that. That's ugly as fuck. That is super ugly. But just standing out like straight, he looks pretty cool. So I really like this one, and that's it for me. That sculpt on this one's insane, pretty insane too. Like it looks like shit on the.
That's actually just to you.
Man, kind of.
That was before he that was before he fucking gave you the unexpected trim.
Yeah. Honestly, you wanna beard trim? Yes, I do.
Unsolicited beard trim.
But I mean, I forget what he says. It's like always on the tip of my tongue. I think he was just like, it's getting long, basically, and just a different word.
You look like shit.
You look like a hobo, dog. Like, but yeah,
there's so many like I feel like we got so many dumb phrases I would wear as a t-shirt. Like unexpected trim is so fucking stupidly funny to me for some reason.
Yeah, unexpected trim. We go fucking hard
just,
on a hoodie,
just a black t-shirt that just says unexpected trim.
That has to be a thing now.
Like a band name. What the fuck?
Yeah, because people look at that and like, what the fuck does that mean?
What is that?
Like, just send them a link to the fucking podcast.
Yeah, it has the QR code on the sleeve. It's like,
oh,
that's
a good one.
All right, I'll go next. Like Avery said, I'm kind of like in a little bit of everything, but as of late, Marvel Legends has been kind of like my new obsession, and I need to fucking slow down on it. I already got 2 more on order, which I honestly got a pretty good deal on both of them, and I haven't really had to ball out on one recently, but the first love was the NECAs, and I got this NECA creature from the Black Lagoon. I was just like kind of playing around with him, like trying to pose him while we were sitting here talking, and he actually is like posing like a brick. but as most mechas are, but he's just like his paint is so fucking good. And like I love his head sculpt. And like this is about really like I feel like you can just kind of I feel like as far as like posing him on the shelf with most monsters kind of just like a little something like this is good. But I love the universal monsters that they do and they got like I said a couple different head sculpts of him and he's a big boy and he's got a lot of good paint and stuff and got good shelf presence and one of my favorite characters. So got that guy. And one that I got last year and has stayed on my top shelf, and he is a big boy. I can't wait to put him in the case back there. Is this Otto Octavius?
Oh yeah.
You know,
Hell yeah.
I feel like we were talking kind of like with like the movie figures, like sometimes they could be hit or miss, but I feel like this one was like really fucking nice.
That one is really cool. Like seeing it out of box. I've always seen the box, but I've never really looked at it out of box. It really does look nice. Like those arms look really cool.
I
My
still haven't.
issue.
Hmm.
Sorry, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say I still haven't tried to do the thing where he is held up with
That
his
would,
legs.
I feel like that'd be kind of
When
hard.
I had it, I tried doing it, and he would constantly start like falling down.
Yeah,
But in
I
that pose, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like yeah, I'd be interested to kind of see like I do got those like hex stands on order, so I'm wondering. I mean, how he could pose with those. We'll see. I have high hopes for them, so we shall see. A recent one that's just been kind of like really fun for me. Like, I feel like the like No Way Home 3-pack, I was like just kind of bummed out at the quality. I was like, man, these like kind of suck. So getting like a good like Spider-Man that could actually like is fun posing around and it's got like a really good body, the Scarlet Spider, Ben Riley. He's just like super posable. I love his like drop down hips, just like the range that you're able to like get with him. And I've just always loved like Ben Riley, like his costume, like his OG costume, and this is like from the animated series line, and he's like got good posability. The hoodie is sick, doesn't really like limit any of his mobility. He's got like a couple good hands, and it's got little toe joints.
I feel like
So
that one could make a good maximum if they ever updated it a little bit.
yeah, yeah,
I
that'd
was
be
always
very cool.
happy that the like hoodie piece, even though it's a hard plastic, it doesn't interfere like
Yeah,
whatsoever.
I feel like if you're not going with like a soft goods, just like even, something like this would be like, I mean, you're not getting any sort of limitations on his articulation and the drop down hips are pretty good. And that's like it not even drop down. So I don't know. He was super fun to pose around and stuff, like I said. So I think I'm gonna kind of lean more towards like the comic and or like series figures because like you kind of lose some of that, I feel like, in like the live action ones because they're just going for that like, super kind of one like sculpt that you can lose some of that. But an honorable mention, the Secret Wars cap.
That one, yeah, I need to get that.
Very cool. Tyler.
And I was gonna do mine a little bit differently. I don't really have any figures that are new, I guess, that I'm like super enthralled for. Well, actually, I'll grab one, and it's just.
Fuck. Just trying to
Well,
do
I'm
it,
not even
bro.
gonna. I'm not even
Were
gonna
you
do
trying to make him
it.
handstand on,
No, I was
on his
trying to.
head?
I was trying. Dude, some of these. I'm not trying to cut you off, Dolly.
Oh no, you're good. Actually, while you're doing that,
Some of these fucking do it, but because they have some good. His arms kind of loose. I see. So kind of.
But like Tyler's kind of like schooled me on like what's good to look for because like I'm not looking for any exposed fucking any exposed ball pen joints. I'm not looking for any fucking, I want some butterfly joints. I want some drop down hips. Like that one thing, or not the thing, but Beast, he's got like the exposed fucking pin joints and everything like that. Like, we're not fucking with that.
I'm okay with pins on the legs. I don't know why it's like a thing for me. If it's on the legs, it's a pass. If you put pins on the arms, it just really looks ugly to me. And maybe it's just the fact that like usually if I'm like posing a figure, I look more for like the top half.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm weird.
I don't think it's weird. I think it's valid.
For the new figures, I'll do I guess like 3 new figures, 3 kind of sentimental old ones that I just always appreciate and will pick up like all the time. But the new Commander Cody,
That
just
is
picked that up.
badass.
I definitely wish that they'd put more weathering because, of course, it's only the little bit on the chest.
I was looking at mine because it's on top of my PC tower, and I did notice that too. I didn't notice it at first, but like how much there is kind of like weathering, and there's nothing else anywhere else.
But compared to the old Cody, I think didn't have like any weathering whatsoever. So if
Yeah,
I remember correctly, so it's like at least we got some.
yeah,
But like the little Palpatine like hollow disc piece
so
looks
cool.
really like when I think of Commander Cody, I'm not gonna have him with the helmet off. I'm just gonna always have him holding Palpatine.
Kind of
Like that's
funny.
just sick.
I got my helmet on.
But your cozy pal.
Yeah, I put him up there, bro. I'll take both
I
your
did
helmets
think
off.
I did think about doing the head swap, like with the one basic clone that has the
Yeah,
scars.
I didn't notice it
Just
because he got it right on the eye, but he has like 2 others on the top left of his head, but it's very unnoticeable. But it's like right there on his eye, like Cody's, and I'm just like, well, fuck. I mean,
I don't know why they just I don't
did,
know.
didn't use the
But
same head for that. Like,
yeah. Um
Got very nice
another
paint, seemingly.
mhm.
yeah, it's really
The
good.
other
Orange and shit.
new boy, Kelnaka from the Acolyte. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the show, but for a big Jedi Wookiee character, I mean, you could get him in some pretty decent like action poses.
When you sent those poses, like, god damn, I thought he was gonna be a stiff brick like Chewie is sometimes, but
Well, this body is like mostly new. I think it reuses the same feet as Black Chrysanthemum,
oh, okay.
like the good Black Chrysanthemum body. But like you can get him like
He does look cool.
all posed up. You can get him to like double grip the lightsaber too, which I did not
Mm.
expect.
I
So they're
hate.
supposed to
Go ahead.
get. Oh, you're fine.
Oh, I was just gonna say I hate when like I was trying to do it with Anakin. And this is like a new pickup too, but like I was trying to do like the 2 arm thing with the lightsaber, and I hate whenever they're in the arm and they kind of like just slightly bend the lightsaber. I'm just like that shit annoys me.
Like they are making a new Chewie that's gonna probably be on this Konaka body. So that's gonna look awesome that he can actually hold his bowcaster. But
Yeah,
like
yeah, that is pretty
he
cool.
he can actually block. And it wasn't a figure I was really expecting to be impressed by. But
I do
it's
expect to see him on clearance. I won't lie because
oh yeah.
I see him fully stocked on pegs everywhere I go. Like I went to Walmart, he was fully pegged and fully pegged. And he was at Walmart fully pegged. But he does look really cool, and I think I might pick him up if he goes on clearance.
He'll be
I
at
mean
Ollie's. We'll give him time.
Always.
I've
He
seen the
actually,
entire sorry.
I was just gonna say real quick, we're actually getting an Ollie's here in Charleston, so
Oh, really? Where?
Big Lots in Kenosha.
Fuck, dude, I don't have to go across
Nice.
a valley anymore. Thank God.
That's nice.
The the whole acolyte wave is like hitting Ross. So
Yeah. Dude, I've been expecting like I want Walmart. They're all sitting on the pegs, dude. Nobody's buying that shit. But if they would go down a good bit, I'd buy them just to have them.
mhm.
I mean, they're not bad bodies or anything, and I need to watch the show and give it a real shot, but I like the way the
the
characters look.
the May figure that I have, I mean, with her little like knives that she has the hood that actually sits right. the little mask piece that you can take off. Like honestly, the Acolyte figures are fun. It's just the show itself is not.
Soul. I want
Um,
Soul because I
Soul
love
also,
his body
he's
looks cool.
yeah, which is the only 3 Acolyte figures I have, but they're the ones that are actually interesting. For
Shit.
the, I want to have just really quick. I want to kind of fire them off, but I have 3 of like my all-time favorites, and then 1 like honorable mention. So this hover tank pilot, this was not my first Black Series, but the one that got me back into, well, actually kind of got me into collecting. Because I bought the like Force Awakens Kylo Ren
Dude,
back when
if
Force Awakens came out.
if your cat would have just time bombed in that shit.
I'd have been done.
Oh my god, that would have been horrible.
With this one, like I bought the Kylo when Force Awakens came out, just because I was like, Kylo looks cool.
Mhm.
And then like during COVID, I just remember like, a couple of my friends like they collected figures in college, and I was just walking through like Walmart, and I saw the hover tank driver, and I was just super impressed by like the paint deco and like
That was what I was about to ask you. Was that one of your early
the weathering.
customs? Because it looks really good.
I think I did do some dark wash on it, but like it just like even without it, it looked like super like nasty and realistic, and I was like, wow, that's pretty good for a toy. And also for this to be like a 2016 body, it's like the first Stormtrooper variant that could actually like aim down the blaster.
Yeah, for an early one,
Because
that does look good.
Yeah.
Max will like probably top 3 though.
Oh, the
The
big boy.
Ooh,
Hush Batman, which
love.
I keep him on the gargoyle on top of my DC books, but yeah, that one's like a prized, like awesome figure
Turn him into a Daredevil.
for real. I'll make a custom right now. The original figure art's Anakin, just because it's 10 times better than the Black Series until we get a new one,
Whenever
and
that's gonna
also
be.
just whatever. Yeah, and also it's my first figure arts, so I guess it's kind of like a trend for imports.
I mean, I'm hoping we're close to getting a new one with this Anakin. The face sculpt is really nice.
Last one, I had to throw a NECA. Of course, they pose like a brick, but the detail on Part 7 Jason,
Insane.
insane. Like
I
all of
almost
the
grabbed him.
like
Whoa.
the spine, all the like zombie flesh and bones,
On the
like,
legs, bro.
and I mean, there's the mask that comes with it's like split apart, but like
Balance.
the
Jesus.
face sculpt,
Mm-hmm.
like it's just an awesome looking just display piece.
Yes.
So
Love.
like
So
it's
many.
just it's a top.
Yes, there's so many good Jasons.
The
Oh, I was gonna ask you, what did you think of the Pamela?
The face, like I do see it, but also I think it's kind of goofy looking at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I won't pick it up, but I
I
do
might.
think it's mainly I'm happy that we're getting new Friday merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
So that should mean that the rights kind of situation is being resolved. If we get a Jason X figure,
Oh, fuck, an
Dude.
Uber Jason, bro.
Uber Jason, day 1 pre-order. I don't care about
Yes. Yes.
that should be a
NECAs
film.
almost like that NECAs are like almost $50 now. I don't care.
Are they really?
Uber
Yeah.
Jason's. Well, after the new price increase, they're all like supposed to be in the low 40s.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure now. So
I haven't bought one for like a long time, but the one that caught my eye recently when I was at Target was the old school Dracula.
Mm,
It was
yeah.
like that one was pretty cool looking.
they have at my Walmart. Well, Predator from Prey and like the clear blood soaked, but they also had the scorched xenomorph.
The xenomorph
Ooh.
looks fantastic. I wish I would have bought it that day that I sent it to you guys because now it's gone. I can order offline, obviously, but in hand, it's so big, and I loved it honestly. So I'm saying.
I had that Prey Predator in my hands, but I was just like, nah. But
I don't like
Michaela
me.
offered to get it for me whenever she saw it. She was like, "That looks awesome." I was like, "I already have like 5 different Predators."
Yeah, I thought it was cool, but I'd rather have it without like the cloaking and blood. Honestly,
I think I would like him better if it was just the blood and like no cloaking. Like
yeah,
the blood is gnarly, but
I want the bear.
Ooh, that would be so cool. See, why don't they do that? Like, why not?
Like I'd get the cloaked out, blood covered version if I could have him
Yeah,
holding the bear. Like that would
that
look awesome.
like I get NECA does that stuff. They want to make like the most money they can, but I would have liked to seen the woman too. I would have liked
yeah,
it would have been cool to
Yeah.
have her to face off.
yeah. I wish they done more like human, like final girl characters.
They did
Like
Dutch.
especially with Friday. Dang, I don't remember them doing a Dutch. It's probably been a while, hasn't it?
It's very old, very old.
Well, they got
Speaking
the McCready.
Friday final girls. Who is your favorite Friday final girl?
Okay, we can't forget that Chad still got his thing, but favorite Friday final girl. I'm gonna go with either the girl from part 4 or Amy Steele from part 2.
Part 2 all the way.
Yes, she was a bad bitch.
And Chad,
I would jump into mine now.
you're a fine bitch.
Thank you.
A fine shite.
Oh, okay. Just started my collection. Don't got much. This was probably one of my favorite pickups that I picked up for Marvel Legends. I still haven't opened it.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's
Oh
hot.
my god, bro. I'm gonna be a thief of the night, brother. What is going on, dog? Oh my god.
So I'm waiting to get a stand and then get this cleared out and get like some, the feet holders in, what you call them. But I'm kind of wanting to do like a little Sinister Six kind of thing with some Spider-Man stuff. So that's why I picked up the Vulture, and I'm hoping to pick up some of the other ones as I go on.
I'll say if you look it up, it's old and it's not the best articulation, but there is an old Ultimate Spider-Man Venom. So he stands on all fours kinda, and he's like a big like the Ultimate Venom. And he kinda has like a little bit of like the goo kinda like going around him. He's really cool if you ever look into it. It's a nice one to have.
I'll have to look into that. Since I don't have many other Marvel Legends, I'm just going to kind of do some cool things that I think I have in this room. And I'm going to do this signed Funko Pop from the voice actor that plays Nico Robin in One Piece.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know if it's real. I picked it up at a place up in Southridge. We'll find out. I don't really know.
Have you thought about doing like one of those like COA whatever confirmations you can do? Like you can have it like sent off, verified.
Yeah. I've thought about it for some of my cards. I don't know if I'm gonna do that for a Funko, but we'll get there. This is one of my other things that I just recently picked up that I thought was really cool. Sasuke from Naruto, because I've been binge watching that.
I would love to have like statues because that looks awesome.
This was only like $30, I think, when I picked it up, and then I just had to build it by myself, so it wasn't bad.
What brand is it? If you can remember.
Bandai Namco.
Yeah, they're super solid.
Mm. And then like the last thing, which I'll kind of just say is like an honorable mention, like my childhood, one thing I used to love to collect, is my good collection of Pokemon cards. And some of these in here are worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars if I send them off, but they're in here. So this will be one thing.
Chad's address is 111 Take My Cards Avenue.
Listen,
that's the Charizard. I don't know if it's the one everyone wants, but it's the same kind of print and vibe. I don't know if it's the Shadowless or not, but if that is, it's worth like $40,000. So
Y'all can take the cards. I'm taking the Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm just saying.
That's how you should do a 2-pack. Spider-Man and a Vulture, like Vulture, like that's a solid.
Yeah.
So
I
no,
guess the
figure.
only comic Vulture figure that exists, I'm pretty sure, for Marvel Legends.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Like, I think it's just that one, the live action, and then the VHS.
Yeah. I
I
don't think.
enjoy how it comes with. That's a good job. The mask as well up there that I could put on and off if I wanted to.
I've seen that one time at that Nitro third floor comics back in the day, years ago. And I've ever since looked back in my mind about that and regretting not picking that up. So it's just funny as fuck. You're like, I got this cool ass one. And I was like, fuck.
It ended up at Inner Geek, so that's where it was.
Oh, you got it at Inner Geek?
Yeah, it was
Really?
in the glass case in the front.
In the front, like where you
They
check
keep
out?
their- Yeah, they have some like higher value stuff in there. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I didn't.
But it was like sitting in the back corner and you couldn't even see the price tag. And I was like, hey, can I look at that? And she pulled it out. And like online, I think it goes for like 100.
How much you get it
They
for?
had they marked it for 70.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Not
So I
bad.
was like, I'm just going to get this because I was already planned on buying some Legends down there. So
That one's a solid one to get, to be honest. Like Ultimate Spider-Man, that Teenage Spider-Man, that's dope.
Yeah.
I had no authority figure with me to tell me I could not spend money that day. So
Don't
what I had
listen
to
to
do.
authority. Just do it.
That's how it goes.
All right, viewers. I think that's a good place to leave it off on. I'm getting eepy, and I feel like we had some very. I felt a lot of sexual tension this episode, so I think that's. I think we better stop.
My pants are still off.
Oh, yeah.